Hey YouTube, I'm back this time with my first product empties. Not ever, but since I've been in Australia. So I'll say before I even get started that I'm sorry that my lighting is a little bit weird today. I'm kind of at a different angle to make it work and not so dark. By the way, one would think that this is like my outside balcony, floor to ceiling window door, I don't know, whatever. One would think that it's a beautiful day because it's so light out there and bright, but actually no, it's really cloudy and weird because this is Melbourne in the winter time. But yeah, so that's why I've got a different angle going on, some weird lighting, but bear with me and we'll get started with these. So I have quite a bit to go through, more than I usually have, considering none of this is just tossing it. It's just all stuff that I've used up since I've been down under. So yeah, I'll get started. So the first thing I'll talk about is a makeup product. This is Mary Kay CC cream in light to medium. It has sunscreen. It's SPF 15. This is my jam. I use it all the time. I stocked up on it before I left the US. Use it every day. One thing I like about it, and it looks really gross and whatever because I've been using it every day for months, is that it's a pump. So there's no ketchup bottle action going on. You're not having to hit the bottle to get the last bit out. Once it's gone, it's just gone. It's not harder to get it out by the end, and that's part of the reason why I love it. Also love it because there is sunscreen in it, so that's always good too. The next thing I used up is also a makeup product. This is from Maybelline. It is the Fit Me Blush in Strawberry Cream. No, Strawberry Cream is the one I'm using now from Mary Kay. This is number 204, medium pink. I love this color of blush. I like Maybelline's Fit Me line in general. I think that their products are really nice, wearable, and breathable, which is good. So I would continue to repurchase this whenever I'm just in the mood for a drugstore blush. Really love it. So you can see that I have absolutely hit pan on it. And I'm just kind of done fighting it. It's at a point where it's just difficult to get out of the pan anymore. My one complaint about the packaging is I feel like this bit breaks off. This is where it hinges and swings open. I feel like it breaks off. That's happened with both times that I've had this product. So that's kind of a complaint, but really, in general, would repurchase, love this product. And I found that at Ulta, but I'm sure you can also find it at grocery stores or Target or wherever you go. Okay, next thing I used up is a Kroger eye makeup remover, and this is just their Kroger brand. It's fine. It says that it's oil-free, but I feel like it is kind of oily or has some kind of leave that's oily, so I think this is good for a generic drugstore type brand, but it's not my favorite. So my favorite is the Mary Kay makeup remover. However, it is more expensive. So I like the feel of it more, but this is a great cheaper alternative too. So I used that up, and I also delved into the world of makeup remover pads. This is from Kohl's. Kohl's is a major chain of grocery stores in Australia. So the two big ones are Kohl's and Woolworths, or Woolies as they call it here. So yeah, this is just their generic brand. I liked the feel of these. I don't have an opinion on cotton rounds and that kind of thing because it is my first time having used them. However, I prefer these over washcloths and textile towels that I used to use. So yeah, I will definitely continue to use cotton rounds if I decide to continue using a liquid remover like this. So again, would repurchase. However, I'm also kind of getting into the world of makeup remover pads. I'm fine, or not pads, but throwaway towels, these towelettes. So I started using these in an emergency. So when I was in Melbourne, the last time before I moved here, I was here in March for a week. I'm just kind of moving some of my stuff over and taking care of some personal business before the actual move. I ran out of makeup remover midweek. I don't know how that happened, but I did. So I had an emergency. I just went to a drugstore here, got some Neutrogena wipes, really loved them. I mean, they were great. I found that they were way more convenient, especially for travel. And I feel like I'm at a point now where I'm traveling often enough that that would probably be a better choice for me than a liquid and cotton round. So I actually bought this in the US and I finished this up in June. I purchased some Equate Beauty from Walmart, nighttime soothing makeup remover towelettes. There were 40 in here. I really liked these for most of the pack. However, by the end, I felt that they were kind of irritating my eyes. So I don't know if that's just me, like the fact that I wear contacts, or if that happens to everyone. But in general, I liked these. I wouldn't repurchase it just because by the end I was like, ugh, dear God, I need to be done with these. But they smelled great. Definitely nighttime soothing, like kind of a lavender-ish fragrance to them, but it wasn't like strong, I guess. It was noticeable enough to be nice and pleasant. So if it weren't for the fact that they irritate my eyes, I would totally rebuy these, but I would still overall recommend them. Maybe give them a chance and see if you like them too. So I will actually be doing a video where I'm hauling from a drugstore that's like all over the place. Like you swing a purse and you hit like 10 of these. It's called Chemist Warehouse. It's everywhere in Melbourne. Allegedly, it's everywhere in Sydney. It's like an explosion of Chemist Warehouse in the city. So I'm actually going to go do a Chemist Warehouse run where they just sell a lot of like drugstore brands of things, and they sell a lot of American brands too. So I'm doing a challenge soon where I will be looking for American brands in Australia that I've never used before. So there I'm going to go find some more makeup remover wipes and see what brands they have to offer for that. So that will be coming up soon, so just stay tuned if you're into this kind of thing. Okay, the next thing I used up, I guess I'll go into like toothpaste. Now that I'm living with the BF, we are going through toothpaste faster, of course, than I would have by myself. So we used up actually like 2.5 of these, and by that I mean 2 plus a travel size. We used up a Colgate Total Advanced Clean. He originally had this. At least I think so, because I think the measurement on this is in milliliters and not ounces. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. But there's information about storing it at certain temperatures in Celsius. So yeah, he got this. Okay, so this was fine. I just used it up with him because, you know, it's what we had. I personally didn't really care for it. I thought the taste was kind of weird. I thought the texture was a little bit odd too, but you know, like I said, not horrendous. Unless I completely hate a toothpaste, and I don't know if that's ever happened, then I'll still use whatever is there. So we used that one. We also used one that I brought from home. This is the Colgate Optic White in Express White. This one was a little grittier. I think it did a little bit more for me. So like I said, I didn't really care for this, but I still like the Colgate brand. I think it's just fine. So I would repurchase the Optic White for both of us. I also, and this one was probably my second favorite. It was very gritty in texture, but I didn't mind it. This was a Crest 3D White. I brought this from home. Again, just a travel thing that I could have, you know, just like on my flights, because, you know, after 30 hours of flying, you feel a little bit disgusting. So yeah, brought this from home, just used it up because we were out of this. So I figured I'll just use this up and call it good. Liked it, probably would purchase it. Not sure if Crest is a brand here. I don't know, I'd have to check, but yeah, it was good. The next thing I used up was something I also brought from home. I think most of this I actually brought from home. Yes. Okay. So this is just a travel size in Crest Pro Health, mouthwash. It was fine. I only got maybe 1 or 1.5 uses out of it, so I can't say like absolutely this was amazing, but I've used this before and I've liked it, so I would just in general recommend Pro Health. I would not recommend Scope, and apparently neither would my dentist, but the Pro Health is good. Next thing I used up is a travel size, lots of travel sizes as you can see, in Opti-Free Pure Moist, and this is a contact solution, a great size for travel. Like I had said, Opti-Free tends to be like my brand when it comes to contact solution. However, my challenge, and I'll have to get more contact solution soon, my challenge for the drugstore Chemist Warehouse bit is I'm only going to buy brands that I haven't used before, so I'll have to venture out and get something besides Opti-Free just to like do my challenge, so we'll see how that goes. But like I said, I would totally buy larger sizes of this. I've had it before. Opti-Free is a brand I used like back in the day when I first got contacts in high school, so yeah, I like that. Next thing I used up was a hand soap. This is palm olive oil infusions. I think this is like a citrus, yeah, so a citrus fragrance, liquid hand wash. This is 500 mils. By the way, that's like twice as big as like a Bath & Body Works soap. So 500 mils, I believe, is 16.9 ounces. So this definitely took a while to use up, and I'm almost through my next soap, but not quite enough where I could really call it an empty, because, you know, it's not. So I've got maybe another week of using it, but yeah, it's not done, so I'm not going to put it in the video. But you'll see probably 2 soaps next time, since I do these every other month rather than just one. I thought this was fine compared to Bath & Body Works soaps, especially. This was definitely not drying. This is my first time not using Bath & Body Works soaps, and it is a noticeable difference in the fact that I feel like my hands aren't as dry, so that's always nice. Next thing I used up is 2 bottles of Paul Mitchell Color Care Conditioner. I got these really cheap at the hair salon at JCPenney because they were on sale. And yeah, I love Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell is my salon brand that I always use when I use salon brands. So we'll use drugstore brands quite a bit, but when I spring for something more expensive, it's usually for Paul Mitchell. So yeah, I think that these were just fine as a color care option. They were pretty hydrating and conditioning, so I would definitely repurchase. I do have one more that I brought from home underneath the sink. Okay, just a few more things also for hair. I purchased, and I got this here, this is a Garnier Fructis Fortifying Shampoo in Color Last, because I ran out of color treated type shampoo. This smelled really great. If I'm not mistaken, it smelled like berries. Yeah, like a berry shampoo. Did I think it was really exceptional, especially compared to Paul Mitchell? Yeah, it was fine. Whatever. Would repurchase, would recommend for colored hair, especially if you're on a budget. And then 2 more things I used up are also other things I brought from home. They are 2 bottles of Clean & Clear face wash. This one looks horrifying, story about it. But yeah, I used up both of these. I feel like I went through these kind of quickly the last 2 months. But yeah, both were from the US. This one is a night relaxing, it says deep cleaning face wash. Allegedly oil-free, winds you down, washes away daily buildup with sea minerals and sea kelp extract. Now, this one used to say on the front, 3-in-1 acne control face wash, something, you know, whatever, something like that. However, this is one I was using when I moved over here. So when I moved here, it was maybe like a third of the way gone or halfway gone or whatever. So really I finished this up in June, used this up in July. Now, this was in the same bag as a fragrance mist that I was using during my move, and I guess the fragrance mist leaked a little bit. Like, it wasn't crazy and all over the place, but it leaked a little bit in the same bag that this was in, and I think the alcohol in it like stripped off the letters here, which is kind of concerning on a level, but you know, I already knew that there's alcohol in the fragrance mist, so like, whatever. But like I said, 3-in-1 face wash. Technically it's called the Clean & Clear Advantage Acne Control 3-in-1 Foaming Wash. I thought it was good. This one is more harsh than this one, by the way, alright? So while I did like this one, it was a little bit drying on me, and I have normal skin, by the way. So it was drying. Probably wouldn't repurchase just for that reason, but perhaps it would work for you, especially if you had more oily skin or you wanted something that would be a little bit more drying. This was okay. I didn't feel like it really dried me out, but also I prefer Morning Burst. Like, that's typically what I use. So I think I'm going to go back to Morning Burst because I haven't had that in about 6 months or so. So that's it for my beauty empties. I will have more in August and September. I will also soon have up my Chemist Warehouse American Brands Challenge. So please like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my new channel. Follow me on Instagram, YellowBrickExpat, all one word just like you see here. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.